Okay, mate, it's recording.
Okay. So good evening. It's Saturday, the day before Wolves take on Burnley at Molineux in a crunch game. 8 games played. Tomorrow's the 9th. So 8 games gone. That means there's 90 points still at stake. And as Vitor Pereira said in his pre-match interview yesterday, he said that just as championships titles are not decided in October, neither is relegation. So it is veritably a 6-pointer, but if we lose, it's bleak, but it's not over yet. Give us your say, Jacko.
Cheers, Courtney. You know what? He's right. It's not over yet. But the games that we've played so far, it's been it's been almost terrible. It really is. But they're saying it's a crunch game tomorrow. It is a crunch game. I have
Oh,
saw his
yeah.
seen sight of a couple of his messages saying that he loves being under pressure, but he doesn't feel under pressure from those above.
Well,
Um,
it's not the kind of pressure that you want, though, is it?
no, it's not.
60 feet out of 8. No manager would want that.
Yeah, and I mean, if our lads go out tomorrow and we absolutely hammer Burnley by 5, 6 plus goals, perhaps they get one or two, maybe. You know what I mean? But we absolutely hammer them, and they really show Premier League status. Then for me, it's just a bit of like a cover plaster or something like that on a big wound. That's all it'll be for tomorrow. Burnley are going to be absolutely up for this, like you wouldn't believe, aren't they? Tomorrow, and
Or they'll fancy it big time.
yeah, they'll fancy it big time. And there's big comments today that VP is going to unleash for Lopez. He's really going to go, outstanding, and he's ready for the fight. Well, I've got to say, if this is, I mean, obviously you can't really believe 90% of the media nowadays, but for me, he should have really, he's only released for Lopez a couple of times, and he's an outstanding player. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
he's
the last time was against Leeds, wasn't it, at the
yeah,
start?
yeah,
And he assisted a goal, but he got hauled up at half time. It
yeah,
was 3-1 down.
yeah. And I'd like to know if Toulouse and you're going to, if they play well together up front, because I couldn't understand why he only played really Strand Larson up front and not Toulouse, because like I said, that goal that he
I think
played
they should
against
have
in the
played
club.
two. I think they should have played the two strikers.
Yeah, but I don't see why not. Do you know what I mean? Because he seems to be playing the middle one and two on the flank at the moment. Perhaps he should be probably playing two up front, or I'm not quite sure at the moment. But it is a massively crunch game. But I still don't think VP's the bloke who can keep us up. I'm sorry to say, and I think in another way. Should we really be looking higher, not just VP, but also higher? Should we be looking at the board now? Should fans really
Of
go out there
course.
and say again? Sorry.
Yeah, there should be.
Yeah, because
Because was it Sheffield Wednesday, their fans, they threw, was it them or was it Rangers? They threw balls on the pitch, didn't they? Was it tennis balls?
like
As a type of protest of disgust.
yeah,
Wolves fans have got to do something, haven't they? Because I know it ain't all on Fosun. I know a lot of it's on the manager because he's had £100 million to spend,
yeah,
and also, well, a lot of teams,
yeah,
their managers dream of having
yeah,
that much, and also that the players we've got, they're all international players, aren't they?
yeah,
And the ones who aren't, they're under 21 internationals, aren't they?
yeah,
Like Fer Lopez, Rodrigo Gomez, yeah, and Hugo Bueno, all under 21 internationals, and the rest of them are full internationals. So they're underachieving, even though
yeah,
Fosun have invested, and they haven't replaced like for like, and the players that we bought haven't got the previous Premiership experience, and a lot of them, like Chachua and Tolu, they were bought after the season started, so they've
yeah,
had to land running, haven't they? So
yeah. It
so it's not all on Fosun, but a lot of it is.
it is.
A lot of it's on the manager, in it.
Yeah, it is. I think it's absolutely massively on the
The
manager
manager takes
because,
the credit. He takes the credit when they win,
yeah,
and it's got to be the opposite as well.
yeah,
When they
absolutely.
lose as well.
Yeah, yeah,
If you take credit, you've got to be prepared
yeah,
to take the
absolutely.
flak.
We haven't won since April. He's had pre-season. Yeah,
No,
he's had half of
the
last
last one we
season,
won,
pre-season,
it was Leicester, wasn't it?
and now look where we are now, and
Yeah.
we're just not going out over there. So, like I said, tomorrow, my view is if we go out there tomorrow and absolutely hammer Burnley and show a statement, then fair enough. But I don't really think that's going to happen at the moment with VP. It's just a bit of a sticking plaster to put over a massive wound. And these players at the moment that Fosun have gone out there, the recruitment staff have brought in. I think they've had unfair criticism because if you like, I think Chachu is an absolute fantastic player on the wing. He does give the ball up a lot sometimes, but it's just that they're not seeing his runs at the moment. Toulouse, he's absolutely 6'7", absolutely man mountain. Do you know what I mean? He scored a cracker in the cup, and all of a sudden he doesn't seem to be playing him. And Wolf,
Yeah.
I'm a bit unsure about at the moment, but he doesn't seem too bad. Everybody likes Krajcik. He's had one bad game. Do you know what I mean? So really, I don't
I
think our
don't think
signings
he's
have been
had a
that
bad
bad.
game. Yeah, I
Say
don't
again,
think
sorry.
Krejci's had a bad game. I don't think Krejci had a bad game. Obviously, people are going to say and look at that own goal what he had at Sunderland, but he was Wolves' best player that day, and he only
And
scored the own goal because he was conscientious enough to
yeah,
bust his gut running back and try to clear the ball, and he
yeah,
unwittingly diverted it past his own
yeah,
keeper. But yeah, that's just football. It
yeah.
just happens from
Yeah,
time to time.
well,
I don't think he had a bad game. Yeah.
I watched the extended highlights on YouTube, and for me, it's quite funny you mentioned that he was one of the world's best players on the pitch because that's
But he
probably how
was
we're
not
bad we're
one of,
playing.
he was the.
You're always there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
for me, that's the big thing about it because that's how awful we're playing. Because he lost a couple of markers with the defenders in his last game, and and when he got their own goal, he was absolutely he was gutted. You could absolutely see he was gutted. But for me, and I
Yeah,
totally agree with you,
he-
he is up there with our best players at the moment. So that's how bad we're playing. When by best players haven't has the greatest of games, do you know what I mean? But still puts a good percentage in. Yeah,
yeah.
do you
I
know? I
still
just
think that we need to start with four in defence, not five,
yeah,
four.
yeah,
Because our good run when we had a three-match run where we beat Everton 2-0 in the Carabao Cup,
yeah,
then drew away 1-1 against
yeah,
Spurs,
yeah,
and then drew at home 1-1 with Brighton.
yeah,
That was four in defence, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah,
If you got five in defence, then you're short in midfield, then, aren't you?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I would
Yeah,
say Santiago Bueno's got a pretty good partnership at the moment with Krajcik at the back as well. They seem to read each other quite well. So, for me, why
yeah.
not put Chachua, the right back, and then Hugo Bueno on the left hand side? You know what I mean? Because he tracks back quite well as well. But uh, we get with the two Gomez's in. So, we mentioned this on our last video where they're just two of the same players at the moment. The two Gomez's, aren't they? But it's
You mean Gomez and Andre?
yeah, yeah. Joe Gomez and Andre Gomez, they're just
Yeah.
two of the same players at the moment. But for me,
Andre Trinidad. Yeah,
he's what? Sorry,
Andre Trinidad. His name is.
is it Trinidad?
Yeah,
Is it? Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's a excuse me. Yeah, I just for me, Joe gives away too many fouls, and Andre, from what I'm gathering at the moment, or you can't believe the 100% truth that are coming away from Molineux or Compton, but there's a bit of a rift between Andre and VP at the moment. How true that is, I don't know, but there seems to be a bit of a rift.
Well, he was dropped for the match at Bournemouth, wasn't he? Because the manager said that his attitude wasn't right in training.
Yeah, yeah, and perhaps
And but he did come on in the second half and shore things up.
Yeah, he did. He did. He absolutely did. So that's to me, he's just somebody who's sticking up because he knows things are wrong at the moment, and he knows VP. I mean, I don't think there's one fan who can watch them games at the moment and say that VP. I mean, we're not all managers. I agree, but I look at it and I'm thinking it's really strange decisions that he's making. The subs that he's making at the moment.
Well, it's not just that, but the starting 11's been chopping and changing
Yeah,
virtually every week, isn't it?
yeah.
Because even now, I don't think he knows what his
He
best
doesn't, does
starting
he?
11 is.
No.
So
And
tomorrow it'll be interesting to see how we start. We start in 11
with his
with
starting
Giggs.
11, yeah, yeah. But you know who reminds me that of, who didn't know his 11 and changed it every match, was Walter Zenga.
Yeah.
Never ever did he start with the same 11 week in and week out, and you know how poor we were under Walter Zenga, and you know, like I mean, obviously we've had Gary O'Neill that's been a real bad manager, and now it looks like VP. We haven't won since. Someone said it was at like around the Easter time that we
It
hadn't.
was against Leicester.
Leicester was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
3-0 against
you
Leicester.
know, I mean, all Wolves fans, you know, we're going to be happy nonetheless that if we get 3 points tomorrow. But you know, is it just going to be a 1-0 till no? We'd all take it. We all want to go up the board a bit, but we've got to look at the long term as well, haven't we? Yeah, you know, we've missed two good managers at the moment. It was a bit sad. Was
Sorry,
Deutsche going to Forest, and I've literally just seen that Rafael Benitez has signed for, and I probably won't get this April, Panathinaikos or something like that.
Panathinaikos of Greek Athens.
Yeah, he's signed for them
Yeah.
today, and I was kind of hoping that we might go for him, but obviously the money's there, isn't it? So you know,
Yeah.
but strangely, I'm not with all Wolves fans at the moment in blaming Fosun because at least they've give the money. You
Yeah.
know, I look at all our recruitment, certainly the board, and without their VP. I mean, what do you reckon, Courtney? Do you reckon? I mean, can you see tomorrow being the springboard to better things, or is it going to be that sticking plaster?
Well, I think we've got a great chance at home against Burnley, one of the newly promoted teams. They're ahead of us, yeah, but so's everybody else.
Yeah,
Burnley are not only just above us for a reason.
yeah,
They've got 8 points. I think they've
yeah,
got 2 wins, 2 draws. So
yeah,
they're not like Sunderland, who are a second, and they're not
yeah,
like Leeds, who won last night.
yeah,
But although uh, Burnley did beat Leeds last week, that we're at home, our own crowd,
hmm,
and the last three fixtures against Burnley in August 2024 in the
hmm,
Premier, it was we beat them 2-0, and then let's have a look. Yeah, we beat them 2-0 on April the 2nd last year. We drew a 1-1
hmm.
at Molineux, sorry, at Burnley, Turf Moor, and before that it was the 5th of December 2023, 1-0 at Molineux. I think you and me were sitting in the Steve Ball stand
Oh, were
that
we?
night. It was a very cold December night. So, yeah, the head-to-head overall fixtures, we played Burnley 88 times. We've won 38 times. They've won 25 times, and there's been 25 draws. And we all remember the player that played for us both, Steve Kindon, and when we won the Sherpa Van Trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him being in the commentary box on TV saying he wanted Burnley to win. So they will forget about Steve Kinder. But yeah, on heads to head, we're ahead, and yeah, we're at home. And just imagine if we won tomorrow, would that release some of the pressure on Vitor Pereira? We
Absolutely.
need to
Yeah,
go on a
yeah,
similar, yeah, we need to go on a similar run that we
yeah,
went on last season. We
yeah,
won 6 in the row.
yeah,
After this, we've got the Carabao Cup on
yeah,
Wednesday night. Got my ticket today, and against Chelsea, their confidence will be a bit questionable because they lost at home against Sunderland
yeah,
today.
yeah,
And then we've got another international break coming up
yeah,
soon.
yeah,
But we need to get a
yeah,
bit of momentum because the last international break came at a bad time for us
yeah,
because we were unbeaten in 3, and then we lost all that momentum at
yeah,
Sunderland, and we put in a bit of a damp squibber for
yeah,
performance.
yeah.
But in front of
It's
our own crowd and own patch
yeah,
against Burnley, newly promoted side, I mean, you're not going to get a better chance to turn things around than that.
yeah, yeah,
But like I say, it'd be interesting to see what kind of a team, what kind of
yeah,
a start 11, what kind
yeah,
of a formation. But the back four, I would have one change from last week. I'd have the two Buenos, Hugo and Santi, alongside Krejci, and then I'd have Chachua instead of Doherty. Midfield.
Yep.
So in midfield, I'd have Andre, Trinidad, and João Gomez, and possibly Munetsi. Up front, possibly Fer Lopez, Rodrigo Gomez, and Larson. What about yourself? And so obviously Sam Johnson in goal.
Did you? I missed that. Did you say for Lopez you'd have in as well? Yeah.
Yeah. With Rodrigo Gomez and
yeah,
Larson.
I'd go with the same. Yeah, I'd go with that same as well. Same 11. Yeah, definitely. Oh, you did mention Johnston in goal as well, didn't you?
Yeah, instead of Sarr.
So you wouldn't put Sarr back in?
No.
No. Yeah.
I'd be looking to, offload him as soon as we can.
Who Sarr?
Yeah.
Oh, would you?
I would be looking to offload him.
Yeah. I think for the last couple of games he's been slightly dodgy. Johnson has. However, Sarr, he's made some incredibly poor decisions when he's come out in his box, and for me,
this season,
against
Man City, he might have arguably saved all 3 goals.
Yeah.
Also, 4 goals.
4 goals, and I would also say that Johnson is quite dominant when he comes out his box and grabs the ball from a corner. Where Sarr, he flapped a bit. Do you know what I mean? On punching stuff. Where I've noticed with Johnson,
a good shot stopper, and I don't think his shot stopping's been that good this season.
No, and I've noticed as well when he punches the ball out, Johnson, he's got a right punch on him. It almost goes past. Well, in fact, I've seen it a couple of times now where it's gone past the halfway line. So that's an hell of a punch in it. That to get it there.
He should have been a boxer. Should be more like Jack Johnson than Sam Johnson.
I mean, can you imagine that if he hits it hard? Well, I mean, can you, I'll tell you what, I mean, I'm not on drugs, but I'll tell you, can you imagine a hell of a punch there? It comes in absolutely flying in. Johnson punches out and it goes in the opposition's goal. I mean, what a free goal that would be.
Well, it'd be a first, that would be.
Wouldn't it, Butch? Wouldn't it just?
But yeah, it's time to wrap up now, but what's your prediction for tomorrow? Score?
2-1 Wolves.
I'll go for 2-0 Wolves.
2-0 Wolves.
Okay.
Fair play.
But yeah, hopefully we'll see what transpires. But thanks, Jacko, and thanks for watching all the news. Thanks.
Please keep following.
Up the Wolves.
Up the Wolves. Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Bye.